training of your actually your trainings are in 2 days, but with one theme in order that you don't stay 8 hours for each training. And yes, that was from our side. We are very, very happy that we have started today officially the first training of your online trainings. So I give it back to Ms. Doctor, and yes.
Thank you very much, Nargis. And it's okay if all of you can call me Kundri. It's enough. Kundri, it's easier. Yeah, it's easier for you, I think. So welcome to our intercultural training, Germany. You can see the slides. Is it okay? Do you see the slide? It's a PowerPoint presentation. Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's go to the next one. Welcome. I'm based in Munich, not far away from the BMW building. It's very, very close indeed. It's about 500 meters away from me. If you are standing in my garden, you can see it. It seems as it would be next to the house where I live in. So, and one picture shows the Olympia Park and then the city center of Munich. I am a social anthropologist and work as an intercultural trainer. Beside this, I am since 15 years, I think, meanwhile, I'm a lecturer at the University of the Bundeswehr for intercultural management. And since 2015, I run also trainings for the so-called Akading. It is a short form for Academy of Engineers. And the engineers are from all over the world, engineers and architects, male and female, from Afghanistan, from Syria, from China, from Brasilia. And it's always very interesting. And they stay permanently in Germany. And I work for German mechanical engineering companies who are sending their employees to other parts of the country, of the world. And another thing is the network companies integrate refugees. It's about young people who want to work for German companies. The same is with Strong for Training. And my country experience is mainly on the African continent and in the Near and Middle East and Southeast Asia, but not yet Vietnam. So I'm very, very sorry. Okay, now I see my colleague from the GITS arrived. Katharina, I only see your first name, so sorry. Would you like to take over?
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. I'm sorry for the delay. I've had some troubles with the link, but thank you for sending me the link, and good afternoon, everybody. Yes, welcome from our side, from the GIZ, to the program Partnering in Business with Germany, the former manager training program. We met already before and during your interviews. So yeah, it's very nice to see you again, because this also means that you were accepted for the program and you started also already with the program. And yeah, you had the onboarding and met our colleagues from Die Beratung, also already in person in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City during your introduction workshop. Now you also begin with your online training that will run until the beginning of May. And in May, you will also have the opportunity to get to know the business location Germany for 2 weeks. And we can just recommend you to really use the time until you stay in Germany to get in touch with German companies, to receive hints from the training center, to get prepared for the B2B meetings, so that you can really start to do business with German companies or extend also the contacts that you have already with German companies. Afterwards, you have 6 months to implement your new, or to follow up on your new contacts, to realize on your cooperation projects, and also to receive still support by the training center Die Beratung. And in spring 2025, you have the chance to join the networking event in Vietnam, to receive your original certificates, but also to meet other alumni from former groups, and to participate in interactive workshops regarding the cooperation between Germany and Vietnam. So we just implemented the last alumni event last week in Phu Quoc. So it always changes also the location where we realize this alumni event. And it's always really nice on the one hand to re-meet with your group mates that you have been in one group with, and also to get to know former participants and to benefit also from their experiences. An important aspect about the PG, this is how we call the Partnering in Business program, it's like the abbreviation, is that it's a governmental program. So it's financed by German tax funds, and this means that on the one hand, it really works as a door opener to German companies, and you can really benefit from it. But this also means that we have a reporting system, and it's really important to give feedback to the German ministry about the progress of the different groups. So this is where we also need your support, because we are realizing evaluations very regularly, and we ask for your cooperation, because just if you give us your feedback on your progress and on your impressions about the program, then we can also always improve the program, and the program can also be continued for future groups, and they have the opportunity to extend their international contacts. Of course, all of your answers remain anonymously. Yeah, so I wish you much success with this program. Thank you very much, and I'm very much looking forward to meeting you in Germany quite soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good. Okay, so in Germany, it is 8 o'clock, 12 minutes after 8 o'clock, and normally we greet with Guten Morgen, that means good morning. Then we have Guten Tag. You cannot say the whole day, doesn't matter if it's morning or afternoon or evening. So good day, good afternoon. Then Ich grüße Sie, I greet you. It's a bit formal and quite polite. Then in the southern parts of Germany, we have Grüß Gott. It's like good day. You can say it all around the day, and it's in Bavaria mainly. Then in the northern parts of Germany, at the coast, the people always say Moin. For Bavarian, it sounds like good morning, like Morgen. But Moin, you can also say the whole day for greetings. Then we have the hello, the informal hello. The also more informal Servus in southern Germany. Then in the southeastern part, Habe die Ehre. I have the honor to meet you, to greet you, to talk to you. And then in the evening, good evening, guten Abend, and goodbye, auf Wiedersehen. Okay, let's run our first test. So how do you greet somebody in German or when you are in Germany, how do you greet the people in the morning? Yeah, Duan Ti Tu Chao.
Yeah, wait a minute. I check I make it bigger. Um, morning, morning.
Exactly. Guten Morgen.
Yeah.
And alternative, are there other forms you can use? Other greeting forms, other greeting styles?
Um. Uh, guten Tag.
Yeah, great. Guten Tag.
Guten
Great.
Tag. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Then
Thank,
the
thank
next,
you.
the next example: how do you greet someone you meet at lunch or for lunch?
Lunch for lunch.
Lunchtime.
Moin, moin.
If you're in Hamburg or in the northern parts or Rostock, you can say Moin. Exactly. Yeah. And if not, use Guten Tag as in the morning, as you told us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And the last one, how do you greet somebody in the evening?
Guten Abend.
Sehr gut. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, then what is a bit complicated in Germany is how to use first name, family name, and in English we have just you, and in Germany we have du for children and for informal situation, and sie for more formal situations. And really it depends on the companies. Companies with a flat hierarchy, they tend to use the first name. So I think most of you will communicate in English. So it's the first name and you. But larger companies and more conservative companies, they will use Sie and Mr. Müller and the family name. But we have really all versions are possible. Sie, you and first name, you and last name. It depends. So try to find out what is usual in the company you're working with. They will tell you. So today, or the whole course is about exchange and communication. So it's really important that you will talk about, I will talk about Germany, you will talk about your experiences you already made with Germans or even in Germany. And everyone learns from everyone, really. And we will have a break maybe after one and a half hour. But if you need a break sooner, tell me. I sometimes forget the pause. So now what is interesting for all of us, who of you has already been to Germany? And if you have been to Germany, it is quite interesting which place you have been. So I would make a short introduction round for you, for the participants. And an important question at the end of this round is, what would you like to learn about Germany during our 2 sessions? So today we have 3.5 hours and tomorrow again. I would name you by your, I see your names, first name, yes, your Vietnamese names. And then you will introduce yourself, if this is okay for you. We will begin with, sorry for my pronunciation, Chang Lam Quang Tan. Would you be so nice and answer these questions on the slide?
Hi.
Hi.
Because I'm in the car to travel from the factory to the company, so cannot show all of it, all the photo. But I can jump to the answer the question. So I've been in Germany last October last year.
Okay.
So I in Frankfurt, and I have a travel to Cologne for the fair exhibition. So
Okay.
in the term of why I'm been there, so I really like the environment and the how the Germany people talk and share like their product and how to introduce the product to us. It's quite strict and it's kind of a little bit for me a little bit like it's so stressed. Like cannot tell for the first time about what you do or company revenue or whatever something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. We will
And
talk. Yeah.
the shopping hour is very short, so I cannot
Mhm.
go to the shopping mall after 8 o'clock or 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
We will talk about this later. You see, I'm very straight too. But
Yeah.
I would like you to answer the third question.
Okay.
What would you like to learn about Germany during our 2 sessions?
Yeah.
What would you like to learn? What would you like to know about Germany? Maybe something you don't know already.
Yes. When I do the homework for to make a long list, so overwhelming by uh, so many Germany company to do the engineering.
Mhm.
So it
Okay.
has to, and most of them is a private company and family owned. So I don't know how to how to let them know what I'm really want to do with them, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes some familiar company as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's like one company in Hamburg and one the other company in Munich. Also,
Mm.
they do the same things. I
Okay.
don't know what is the most competitive from them that I can looking for something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
I feel. And the other things is sometimes I face with the things because I have a transaction with a Germany company. They have a lot of like vacation something like that, and some people go go to travel the other country, and I wait for him to come back to work and to keep to exchange
Mhm.
information.
Okay. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you. You're
So
welcome.
the next one is Duon Tito Chow.
Or good afternoon, see country.
Thank you. Good
Yeah.
afternoon.
So I will say about because I not yet be in Germany before, so I think this time is a very good chance for me to learn about the culture of Germany. Because in my childhood, I very love to see the movie Germany and landscape and the place, some beautiful place in Germany. That's it for visiting. For the learning, I would love to learn about the green technology at our course this time to understand about the green technology because we want to learn from Japanese to apply some green technology for my company
Mm-hmm.
because our company is making the sugar, especially organic sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we also want to develop a good product, healthy product, and also the environment to make it by the soil, by the water, by the emission CO2, and how to control, how to understand and to practice in our company for the green technology that
Mm-hmm.
we would like to learn. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
it's you're involved in sugar.
Yeah.
Then Haman Tang, please.
Hi, good evening. I not yet came to Germany, so of course I cannot say I come somewhere. About the course, every topic I like it because I know nothing. I know nothing about the Germany, about the business in Germany. So I cannot say like only two sections. I think I like all. Yeah,
Okay,
it's truly.
that is
Yeah,
great. That is great. Thank you very much.
yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
Next one, Hami, please. Or Hamai. Mrs. Hamai, I can't hear you. Are you muted? I think your micro isn't switched on. Oh, can't hear you. I think I have some technical problems. Okay, okay. Try to solve it and maybe I come to you back later. Thank you. Then Hannah Ngoch Peach.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Nice to meet you here. My name is Hannah, but you can call me Hannah, but my full name is Trịnh Hoàng Ngọc Bích. It is the first time I go to German, so I will be very happy to discover the every skill and the study in German in this time. And I think I'm very interested in this course. Before we have 2 days study in Hanoi, and we can learn a lot. And I hope for the trips, the course we attend the real course in German, we can know more about the how to work with the Germany company, and I would love to discover some company about the technical, the how to save the energy for my company, and how to make the management in my company is better. And I hope
Okay.
I can study in this course and study from the other participant in this course too.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. I think Mrs. Hamai, you solved your technical problems?
Yes. Can
great.
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Thank
you.
Sorry. My name is Hami. Yes, I have been in Germany. Actually, I did my GIZ, the interview for this program. And when I was in Germany earlier this year, I was in Frankfurt. And I would like to learn about the German habit of consumption for the handicraft products, especially for our field of products. And how to do the marketing to target our targeted customer.
Okay, thank you very
Thank
much. Then next one, Huang Namdang, please.
Hello, can everyone hear me? Hello. Yes, I have never been to Europe, so Germany I have never been to also. Then I would love to learn more about the German business culture, how they do business, and especially when usually people talk about German being straightforward. And but in the prime negotiation, it is straightforward or it little bit go around, something like that. And so it helped me working either with the German companies in Vietnam and also looking for opportunity to expand the business to Germany.
Okay, thank you very much. Next one, Kiem Nguyen.
Hello, everyone. So,
Hello.
yeah, my name is Kim. I'm an architect. So, I never been to Germany, but last year I've been to Italy, in Milan, and I wish I can have a chance to visit your country. So, if I go there, I would like to visit museum at the first time. So, I want to learn about your culture, your food, your ring beer in German. It's very popular in Vietnam, and I also want to know about art in German. So yeah, that's my passion, and into which, so I think I can understand about your business culture, and I try to contact with some company, and some of my friends is German, so I'm willing to share my experience, my practice in Vietnam, to tell with you guys about our policy in Vietnam now, very open for business, our culture, our food, our people in Vietnam. So I'm like a big person to introduce my country to German, to your friend. Yeah, that's my purpose for this trip. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
For me having in this course.
Good. Next one is Lee Nguyen. Mrs. Lee Nguyen.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lee, and for the questions, the first question, I came to Germany in 2023 and was in Stuttgart and Frankfurt. And the things I want to learn about Germany during our two sessions is the strategic management, and learn how to identify and set strategic rules for my business, as well how to analyze the business environment to make strategic decisions. And another things is the marketing and brand management, and learn how to build and maintain a brand image, as well how, and also the leadership skill, to develop leadership skill to drive organizations grow and performance.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. Yeah, thank you very much. Next one is Nam Duan.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, it's me. I had lived in Germany, in Berlin and Stuttgart. I was studying abroad in the UK, in Scotland, and then I exchanged to Stuttgart and in Berlin for a while. I stayed together, lived together with Germans for a while. All of my best friends are German, so I know a bit about the culture. It's my second home, so I was lucky because my company, which is a climate change startups in water, is funded by also GIZ Vietnam, and I developed, like, actually the German government is like sponsoring for the business, and work together with us in Vietnam. So I have a big mission that I comes to Germany to develop the corporations to the experts. I already list in the long list, and the forms that with particular contacts. I'm still working on it. So I think Germany and Germans are particularly interesting to learn and know more. Even it takes even 10 years and 20 years. It's a long time culture, and with the good people, coming around the world to develop, all the infrastructure and technology.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So you lived with Germans. That means you are an expert on Germany and Germans, and that means you have to support me.
I would
Okay,
love to do so. Thank you.
good, great. Then Nguyen Luong Tri Quang.
Hi, nice to meet you. And I'm Quang. I'm director of the construction company. So I am on the trip to Japan. So it's not convenient to talk you through the tourist. So because it's the class of the environment and green. So I think it attract me because in Vietnam, it's just standard for the rich company. They can do with the green building something. So I want to learn about it. And I have ever been Germany before, but I have a lot of friends there in Vietnam. But now I have one staff of me. They are the Germany. He want to help me in the trip because I am so busy. So I not so much for preparation for the trip. So he now he in the Germany. He will support me. So I try to learn about a lot of the culture of Germany. Even I have some work with in Mr. Horst in Vietnam. He is a very famous businessman in Vietnam. Every Germany people community to come to have an event in the house he built there in Ho Chi Minh City. So that I think a lot of things I learned from the Germany on the trip of culture, especially I will like music. Yeah, I can play guitar, I can play piano, and so I think I have a tip to know about the music in Germany. Yeah.
Okay,
I
great.
love Bobo.
Thank you very much. So
Yeah,
the next,
thank you.
thanks. The next one is Nat Antran.
Hello everyone. My name is An. Yeah. I never ever been in Germany. So about the course, the two things I'm interested in. Only I want to know a proper way to get a good connection with the German client or German company. And secondly, I want to know about the German IT markets because my company is providing IT solution for the client. So I'm really interested in about the German market.
Okay.
Especially about the warehouse management and healthcare.
And healthcare, okay. Okay, thank you very much. Then the next one is Puong Do T2.
Hello.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Phương. I'm Deputy Manager of Technology, Safety and Environment of Vietnam Oil and Gas Group. We are the biggest oil and gas producer in Vietnam. Maybe I'm not sure you know about my company or not, but we contribute nearly 20% of GDP Vietnamese in Vietnam. I never up to now I never been in Germany, and but for 2 weeks after take for 2 weeks when I met the teacher from Germany, I think that I starting know about little bit about Germany, about culture, your culture, about how to make a friend, how to make business with Germany's persons. And I think that taking this training course is a good opportunity for me and for my company. And for participants, this training course, I wish that I can I can connect, I can make a cooperation with Germany company on renewable energy. Because you know that with the commitment of Vietnamese Prime Minister at COP26, Vietnam will aim the net zero up to 2050, and now we need energy transition from fossil fuel into renewable energy. And being oil and gas producer in Vietnam, we need change our visions from oil and gas into renewable energy. And particularly this course, I think I wish that I can make cooperations with Germany company on renewable energy.
Okay, thank you very much. So two are left. Please, Thi Thuyen Nguyen.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, my name is Thuyen, and I come from Keiko Company, produce handicrafts products. I have not been in Germany before, so I'm also very happy to have the chance this year. And for the question about the what would you learn about Germany during our 2 sessions? In training course some weeks ago, I knew that 95% of German company is family company. So my company is also family company. So I hope that I can have the chance to learn more how German company set up, management and expand. And besides that, we use natural material to produce our products. But as you know, the natural material is sometimes limited. So I hope I have the chance to see more other material like recycled material. Yeah, I hope then I can think more products to use that material. Thank you.
Thank you. Very interesting products, yes. And then the last one, please, Tuan Khoi Nguyen.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sorry, I was in a bit late, so I kind of missed out a bit. So my name is Khoi, so this is how you can call me. So I come from Daffodil company, is specialized in making mechanical products for machineries for agricultural. So that's pretty much it. I've never been to Germany before, but I've worked for a German company before. It's more on software engineering, but definitely like coming to this trip, hopefully I'm able to learn more about, well, how German people work and how to establish like potential connections and like collaborations and that. That's pretty much it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Now I know what you expect, and most points we will talk about. Sorry. So what is it about today and tomorrow? You will gain knowledge about doing business in Germany and with Germans, of course. But at the beginning, it's also very useful to reflect on to do some reflection on our own cultures. Because if we do not know how we are, which cultures we have in our, I say, Rucksack, the German rucksack, backpack, we cannot understand other cultures. It's about self-perception and the perception of others, especially Germans. We will talk about the German core values, and what is important, these are always tendencies. It's never just about culture. When you meet Germans, it is about culture, it's about the person, the individual, and it's about the situation. And it's always a kind of combination between all three aspects. And of course, we have a difference, as it is in Vietnam. We have difference between North and South, East and West. We have differences between generations, between young and old people. It's about education. That all influences our behavior. And we will compare the German core values with the Vietnamese core values. It's about to sensitize us for our personal reaction to unfamiliar cultural behavior. It's about to understand other values than our own. We will talk about men and women in Germany and about diversity, which is a big issue at the moment in German companies. And after the intercultural training, you will have more possibilities for interpretations in critical situations. And it's normal, there will be critical situations. It must not be a conflict, but a kind of irritation happens very often in business between different cultures. And of course, you will get more options for action in these critical situations. It is about the ability to deal with conflicts in case they should arise, and it's possible. How to solve conflicts with Germans. And you will gain knowledge what is useful for you for your visit in Germany. And it's about the ability to change perspective, which sometimes is not as easy as it sounds. So today we will talk about culture and cultures. We will reflect our own cultures. We will compare our values. And I will show you some very useful culture models, the culture standards, culture dimensions, and core values. We'll talk about self-perception, maybe about the culture shock, and the image of Vietnamese in Germany. And it's important to deal with prejudices and stereotypes. And tomorrow it's about verbal and non-verbal communication and communication styles in Germany. And some of you already mentioned there is a difference between German communication style and Vietnamese communication style. I will show you the 8 keys to intercultural management, and we will solve some case studies. They are about misunderstandings and conflicts. And we will talk about taboos and do's and don'ts in Germany. Yeah, I think they are useful, but we shouldn't overestimate them. And the image I talked already about. And then it's about feedback and takeaways. So try to find as soon as possible Vietnam and Germany on this map and raise your hand. You can use the icon, the button. Raise your hand when you have found both countries. I'm sure you can find them. Okay. Huang Nam Dang. Okay, thank you. Who else? I mean, it's a bit small. It's not as easy as it seems. Okay, so why is it difficult? Because the map is so small, or because the perspective has changed? Why is it difficult? Maybe you can use a chat. It's really hard to find Vietnam on this map. Exactly. Yeah. Another opinion? One more? No one? No one else? No opinion? Okay, then I ask you the question, is the map right or wrong? What do you think? Wrong or right? Use the chat, or you can use a micro, as you want.
I think we should flip it.
Okay, yeah. We all would like to flip it because we are used to it. That's it. And I mean, it's just changed the perspective. And that's about, that's what these 2 days are about, to change our perspective. And do you know, when did we start to put the north on the top and the south to the bottom? Has anyone an idea? It was when the compass was invaded. And before, monks in monasteries, they made these maps, they draw maps, but when the seafarers needed really a good map, they used the compass and put the north to the top. And we have a lot of different maps around the world, because every nation loves to put itself in the middle of the map. And I mean, think about China. They still today call themselves realm of the middle. They think they are in the middle of the world, still today. Okay, so thank you very much. And it's about, maybe when you're in Germany, you think, oh, these Germans are so crazy, they are really wrong. It's just another style, a living style. What do you think? You can now use the tool on the right side of your screen is a bar, and at the top of the bar you can see a T. You can use it, and if you go on it with your cursor, you can go with the T to the slide. Then there will a window open, and you can write a text. So, what do you think? Which attitudes or what is typical for a person that is intercultural competent? How would you describe a person who is able to do business across the world? What do you think? Or if you don't want to use a tool, you also can use a micro. What are the abilities of a person who is able to do business across the world? What do you think? No idea? Mr. Nam Duan, you live with Germans. I think you are able, or you are intercultural competent. How would you describe a person?
I think I think a persons that can be intercultural competence should be the person who would be able to listen from someone first, like a good listener.
A good listener.
Yeah, good listener. I have seen people don't spend time to listen, and then that's why nobody can explain anything to that. You know, it's a good listener. I think it's the first characteristics that I would want to mention.
Very, very important point. What else? Who's got an idea? What else? Who is? Yeah. Mrs. Hami?
Yes, I think it should be someone who very open-minded, easygoing.
Open-minded, easygoing. Great. Yes. What else? What else? Who is talking?
Hello. Yes.
Yeah.
My answer is they are the person with intercultural competence possess a range of qualities and skills that enable them to effectively interact and communicate with individuals from diverse cultural backgrounds. And they must have some characteristic is cultural awareness, open-mindedness, empathy, communication skill, adaptabilities, respect, conflict resolution skill, global mindset, and humility.
Sorry, I can't delete this one. So please once again, please repeat it. Sorry, I had a difficulty with the tool.
Cultural awareness. Open-mindedness.
Sorry. Open-mindedness.
Yes, communication skill.
Sorry. I have really. Okay, we will talk about it. I don't want to write it because I have difficulties. Yeah, open-mindedness. What else?
The communication skill.
Communication skills. What else?
Adaptability.
I didn't understand it. I didn't get it.
It means that they can adapt their behavior and communication style to suit the cultural context, showing the flexibilities and sensitivity to cultural differences.
Cultural differences. Okay, and what you mentioned at first,
also
awareness.
Also respect.
Respect. Very, very important.
And also the conflict resolution skill.
Conflict resolution skill.
Yes.
Great. Thank you very, very much. And in the chat, I can read written by Kian Nguyen, cultural knowledge, respect and willingness to learn. Also very important, self-awareness and cultural identity. Yeah, great. Okay. So there is a definition. It is quite old, but nevertheless one of the best from Ms. Deardorff. Intercultural competence is a general ability to interact appropriately in different cultural overlapping situations and contexts based on certain knowledge, skills, and attitudes. And everything you told me is included in this definition. Okay. Many people tend to be ethnocentristic without knowing it. That means many people see their own culture as a focus and benchmark. They think their own culture is very natural. Many think they are superior or their culture is superior to other cultures. and some tend to be very nationalistic. I mean, nationalism is a good thing, but sometimes it's too much and then dangerous for other people. What do you think? How do you know that a person you meet, maybe in Germany, maybe in Vietnam, maybe online, what do you think are the aspects when you think, oh no, she or he is not Vietnamese? How can you know that a person is different from your own culture?
Oh, well, actually, I often ask them, where are you from?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes some conversation starts with brief introductions about, like each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can know about that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because some people, for example, some of my friends, they have an appearance Asians, but they were born and raised in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Or some people is like, like they looks they were like born and raised by the, like in half blood, and then they actually like is a combinations of 2 or 3 cultures in the same time in the families. So yeah, so it's the best to ask them, or by listening to the intercultural.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What else? How can you know this? You see somebody and you think, no, he or she is not Vietnamese. What else? What is it?
So, can I
yes,
comment on this one? Yeah. So, from my point of view about the culture, it's not just only about the language. For example, if in Vietnam we have so many culture, different ethnic. In Vietnam, we have 54 ethnic in Vietnam. So, for example, if I was born in Mekong Delta, it's different with people plains or from the north. So I travel a lot around Vietnam. So I know that some area in the north, this village, different culture with other village, different point of view. So the culture, from my point of view, that means you need to open your mind when you talk with the other person. Just not only the other country. So, for example, your friend from the other side of Vietnam still have different culture with my culture I was born. So that we accept their point of view at the beginning, and so we need to discuss based on our standard. For example, if we study, we have the standard for language, or we have the standard for our business. So that means we need to discussion together. So what we agree to do together.
Yeah. What else? Thank you very much. Further ideas? Yes, Thi Thuyen Nguyen.
Yes, I think for me it's a simple way. When I look at the clothes, then I sometimes I can understand.
Yeah, very important. Yes. What else? I mean, there are many things. It's architecture, it's food. Sometimes it's a smell, it's a music, which kind of music people hear. These all are aspects of culture, but we have to be careful when it comes to the look. we have black Germans, we have white Africans. I think you just look, it doesn't show us what culture is. Culture is everything we learn, is everything you're telling your children, how you're educating them. That is culture. And how we look, I mean, the color of the hairs, color of the skin, our size, body measure, that is natural. It's not made by culture. And I think that we have to keep in mind. So let's do a short exercise. If possible, please take a piece of paper and a pen, and then try to write down your own cultures. You don't have to explain them now. This will be another exercise, because we do not have only one culture. We have national cultures, regional cultures, professional cultures, corporate cultures, leisure cultures, and others. So I give you myself as an example. I would write down, I'm German, regional, born in the northern parts of Bavaria, Franconia. Professional culture, I'm an intercultural trainer. Corporate culture, I am a freelancer. Leisure culture means hobbies. I love to go to the mountains, hiking, meeting with friends and the family, of course. Reading, and others, I love cats. So please try to do it for yourself, maybe 1 minute, and then we will see. Okay, who will give us an example? Who would like to share his or her cultures with us? Mr. Namduan, would you like to do it?
Should I start first?
Yeah, would be great.
Oh yeah. I'm still, in the middle of my thinking to write down.
Okay, so sorry, so I was too fast. I will wait 1 more minute. Sorry.
Yeah, just 1 minute.
Yeah.
Still working on
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
My question is that the professional culture, like what do you mean exactly?
Professional culture, engineer, a doctor, medical doctor, that is professional culture, because maybe a nurse has other values than an engineer, service engineer, or social worker. That is different. Very often, not always, but often. Professional culture is what you are doing now at your company. What exactly is your job regarding the company?
Okay, but
Okay.
corporate, but the corporate cultures, right?
Exactly.
culture is
Yeah.
like what is my company does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think
Okay.
I can
Good.
start first.
Good. Yeah.
So I have a national culture is a Vietnamese culture. So I was born and raised, you know, in the south and the north of Vietnam. But actually, regional cultures of myself, I identify myself as like more of northern Vietnam. You know, I studied high school. You know, almost lived there for 15 years. Um, I'm doing as a co-founders of a startup company in climate change. Pioneer ones in Vietnam, working on sustainable finance. Um, I mean, I really in the middle of so many cultures. You know, dealing with Americans, European, Asians. So I think I know like what is the gap between that. And I think, I mean, I appreciate the topics that you are providing the lessons here. I understand it because sometimes the culture, really like it's not easy to handle. When we're working, like connecting people, dealing with that, negotiate.
Yeah.
Yes. So my company is climate change and startup companies. I had to work with the governance and Vietnamese governance, European governance, UN, UNDP actually. And then my hobbies, honestly, is talk. I love to talk with people, because I learned from the years of living in EU is like talking helped me to understand the others. Even the people, even some stories that I don't understand, but by communication, and then like after that, like I think I understand more, and that's how we became friends. And I love to read the German novels. My favorite novels is The Reader, Der Vorleser.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, it's very famous. It's the movie got the Oscar 10 years ago, and that's become my favorites. I use it like it was the topic that starts giving me the chance to talk with German friends when I was in the UK. So that's why I remember that, and I still reading on it every day.
Oh, great. Okay.
I hope that explained about myself. Yeah.
Good. Thank you very much. One more example. Who would like to share his or her cultures with us? One more example, please. Who would like to do it? Yes. Miss Hami.
Hello. Yes, my national culture is Vietnamese. Regional. I'm so sorry. Northern professional. I am an interpreter, translator, corporate. I'm an entrepreneur, CEO of my company. Leisure is seeing friends, doing yoga, having time with my family. Yes, I love cats. I do have 2 cats too.
Oh, great.
And I think and others for me is the international culture, because I have a chance to live, to be and to be friends with many international friends.
Great. Thank you very much. With this exercise, I want you to show that we have not only one single culture. There is no Vietnamese, there is no German, there is no Chinese. There are a lot of different cultures we have inside of us. And when we meet people from other countries, it's much better to concentrate on things we have in common than on things we are different. And when you have a look to this list, every single person switches the whole day between different cultures. We have another, we behave in another way when we are in the company, and when we are coming home to the family, we behave in quite a different style, or when we are out with friends, or when we are doing sports. So we're switching the whole time. But the main message of this exercise is, when you are in Germany, concentrate on things you have in common. Maybe the family, maybe your hobby, maybe you love animals. Try to find it out. Good. So, to give it in a nutshell, there are not only national cultures, we belong to different cultures, and we have to be aware and to be very careful when it comes to culturalization. And I mean, Mrs. Hami, she told us she has a lot of international friends. Many of you have international friends, and some have the same experience like yourself. And so you are very, very similar. Maybe you're more similar to a German than to a Vietnamese, because you have the same experiences. You made the same experiences. Professor Hofstede, he developed a model. It's a so-called culture onion. And he tells us every culture can be seen as an onion. An onion has different layers. He gives us 4 layers. The first one are the symbols. It is outside and it's easy to see. Then the next layers are the heroes, who are the important persons in this specific culture. What rituals do the people perform to keep this culture together? And then in the inner circle, hardly to see, hardly to know about are the values, but these are the most dangerous aspects in cultural contact, when you are hurting values of another person without knowing it. And very often even the person does not know why she is so hurt. Let's do one example. We will talk about Germany and Vietnamese soon. Every culture we talked about, company culture, leisure culture, can be seen as an onion. I would like to do one example together. Who would like to tell us about the company, about your company, about the culture of your company? What are the symbols of your company? Who are the heroes or role models of your company? What are the rituals you're performing as a team? And what are your values? Who would like to show us the inner side of the own company? Well, that is very important. A German company and a Vietnamese company, we should have a look, where are they different and where maybe are similarities. Who would like to talk about his or her company? Believe me, it's quite interesting for yourself. And we will help together to find it out, to find the solutions. No one? Okay, then I will give you an example. I will take a German company. Let's have a look to a very large company. It is a family company. Nevertheless, it's international working. All of you, I think, know the cranes of the Liebherr company, large yellow cranes all over the world. They are used for building, for the construction of buildings, but also in the harbors, in the big ports of the world, you can see these cranes. So the symbols is the logo, of course. It's black and yellow. The heroes or role models, it is very often the founder of the company. The founder, he or she gets a lot of respect. There is a picture of him or her in the company. Everybody knows the person. Then rituals in German companies are very often in Christmas time, Christmas meetings, people go out and have dinner together and the company will pay for it. Or some companies, for example, the Liebherr company, there is every Friday a breakfast for the employees where they can talk. Or some companies are doing sports together. And the values very often are things like quality, fairness to the customer, honesty, these kind of things. Okay, can you give me some values of your company? What are main values of the companies you are working for? I think that you should know. What are values you are committed to? You can also use a chat if you don't want to use a micro. Values of your company. Because that is a very important thing for Germans, and they want to work with companies with similar values. No one? What is the difficulty doing this exercise? I would like to understand. Because Germans would now give me a lot of examples. What is the difficulty? Yeah. Who switched? Yeah. Thi Thuyen Nguyen, yes.
Yes, my company is not big, so but I think I want to share something. Yeah, I think the most important thing when I set up company is to make me happy first, and then but to make me happy, I have to make customer happy and employee happy. I think so. We have to make satisfied customer, happy employee, and happy owners.
Okay.
Yes, in my company, we have something to share together, but also we have some regulation. For example, for the meeting, we have every month we have one morning meeting at the first of the month. But we also have very quick meeting. Whenever in each process, if we have something, we just gather 5 minutes or 10 minutes to talk, to find out solution together in each department, and then we come back to our work. That
okay.
I think that yes, that and I also talk with my employees that anything they during working, if anything they feel difficulties, they share immediately. I mean that they don't keep, maybe they think it's wrong or right, but company will have different idea. So we have to talk to each other to understand each other.
Yeah.
Yes. And one thing is every action, everything they do, if it is good for development of the company, we call it company culture. So they can work, they can talk, their emotion or anything, but the action when they work for company, we have to see the same position, not harmful to company, not harmful to customer. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That is something to share. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. So to be loyal to the company, loyal to the customer. Yeah. Great. Good. And in the chat we have fairness, loyalty, professionalism, and reliability. Okay. Good. That we did already. What do you think? What are the differences between generalizations and stereotypes and prejudices? What is the difference? That's not easy. A tough question. Generalizations, stereotypes, and prejudices. No one? Okay. Generalizations, they are based on research and experience. You can prove them. And they provide a guideline on group culture and on behavior. But they are flexible because if we do more research, we will have new Erkenntnisse, new ideas about it. And generalizations, if we are doing a generalization, there is individual difference possible, and they are tools. They are very useful tools. Nevertheless, they are just tendencies. And as an example, Germans tend to be on time. I wonder if Sigrid will arrive in time. So I know most Germans, and especially in business context, they are punctual, they are in time. But there are individuals which are not in time. It is possible. And with a generalization, I have this in mind. Stereotypes are very, very rigid conceptions, and they put people in a box. For example, you're going to Paris in France, and you have in mind every person in France has a bottle of red wine and bread, baguette, under the arm. And you will see one person maybe with a bottle of red wine, and you will take a picture and you will send it home to your friends. And so it's again, you had a stereotype, and it's now getting even stronger because you did this picture. Stereotypes are not harmful. They are not negative at all. They have not to be negative, but prejudices are negative. For example, every person from Poland steals, is a thief. That is wrong, completely wrong. And very often people have prejudices which know not a single person from this culture. So statements are transferred to the whole group. And that, of course, limits our thinking. Besides, is completely wrong. For example, Germans don't have a sense of humor. That is not right. We have humor, but maybe a different style of humor. I see Mrs. Lin Nguyen is laughing. I see Mr. Nam Duong is laughing. So I think you have made some experiences with that. Mr. Nam Duong, do you want to give us an example, maybe?
I think it's very first day. Back to my first day when I work with a group of German people. They are experts in climate change in Ho Chi Minh City. They fly from Hanoi. Of course, they are on time. They was like exactly on time, like on seconds. But the thing is, they have a kind heart. They have like really support you, and they are not robots or something. It's just because they are just the right time. It's like very on time. It makes them looks like a machine. You know, it's sometimes like it's really a mixture of everything. But I think in Germany, so people is like, from my point of view as a generations, I think Germans in general, they are very logic. They based on the logics. If sometime if the deadline is not met, of course, like, you know, like some people is not happy, but if we give the proper explanations, and that would make sense. Like, of course, like people, that's a sense of humor. Like, not everything is perfect, but we can make it perfect by giving a right reasons. So that's my experience. Hope it helps.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, and no, I think it's quite interesting. You said Germans. You used the word robot. It's very often used by people who are not from Germany, because we are so time-driven and so structured. And some people say we even walk like robots. But I think it's especially in the big cities. Yeah, there's a difference if you're in a small village or in a big city. I think it's all over the world. It's in Vietnam, I think, the same. That people who are living in Ho Chi Minh City, yes, are quite different to people, or they behave in another way than people living in a village.
But I mean, I still have a question. It's actually, you know, some people miss the train and everything, you know, like that things happen, right? In Germany, I saw the people miss the train to be late for something. I mean, it's sense of human, you know.
Of course, yeah. But many Germans are very angry about themselves when they miss a train. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them want to be in time. Yeah. But we will talk about this because it's really important. So how can we use generalizations to our advantage? Because they are useful. They give us a first security, a first line, a first guideline, and that is useful and helps us in cultural contact. But there's also a danger, or even dangers. They can create an expectation. So I know Germans are in time, so maybe I will miss some are not in time, and they can be taken too seriously. For example, you think you have to adapt, and it's always a mixture. When people meet from different cultures, there will be a mixture from both cultures to work together. It's not possible. For example, if there is a German company in Vietnam, it will not be as German as it is in Germany. There will be a compromise between cultures, be it to individuals or really to companies. And what is a bit dangerous concerning generalizations and, of course, stereotypes, they may block your view for new information and additional information. Sometimes culture is seen as a kind of iceberg, and a small part is seen above the water. Maybe 10 or 20% we can see. We see what food are they consuming, what festivals do they celebrate, which kind of music do they hear, what is the dress, what is the language. And the language is not only the national language, it also may be the dialect, it may be non-verbal language, but the large part of culture, most aspects are underwater, and that means they are not conscious. We are not aware of them, and that means rules, which rules are kept, and you will not know it in every company when you come to Germany. How are the gender roles defined? What is the concept of justice or the concept of fairness? What are the views about raising children or education? For example, in Germany, in school, it is very important for children to ask questions. The teachers want them to ask questions because Germans believe only when we raise questions we can improve ourselves. That is very important. And it is not without respect to the teacher when a child asks questions. It is a good sign. It means it's very intelligent. This just is an example. And when two icebergs meet, you see they are broader below the water. That means there can be a crash or a clash without knowing what really happened. Because we didn't know the rules, we didn't know the concepts. And that we have to keep in mind. There may be irritations when you are coming to Germany. In every of these aspects, there may be irritations. Must not be, but can be. And then we have to talk about this with our partner, with our business partner. So, answer me some of the questions. How do we imagine Germany? How do you imagine the Germans? Then what image does Germany and Germans have in Vietnam? Maybe some examples. What do you know about Germany? What comes to your mind spontaneously? Maybe where did you get your knowledge from? If you have ever been to Germany, what struck you most at your first visit about the Germans and or Germany? And is there anything you are looking forward to in Germany besides of the business chances, besides of doing business? So give me some expressions. How do you imagine Germans, Germany? Or what is the image of Germans in Vietnam? Give me some examples. Mrs. Duangti, don't see the whole name. Would you like to tell me?
Yeah, I think for me is sometimes the football team of Germany, almost the Vietnamese like the German national team whenever World Cup or Europe. And for me, I also like football too much, and especially for the World Cup, I will choose the Germany team. And in the past, as I say, I love the history and the movie. Some spy movie or war movie or romantic movie I like most. And in Vietnam, some of the German company come to work and to build the company here. And for myself, I see that they are very gentle and kind, and sometimes a little like cool.
Okay.
Yeah. For the first time, maybe you may see that it's a little difficult to understand, but when you become a friend, very friendly, very warm, and especially in the education for the children in the family, they care much about the children education and teaching for the children. And that is some of my idea when talk about Germany. It comes to my mind. And one thing is about the sausage and beer. And so the famous in the traditional food. Yeah, we also like it. And in automation of the economic, I think that Germany they develop very modern and far away with our country. And people say last time Germany now is the third country to develop in the GDP in the world. So I think that very for myself I like and I love to study or to understand more about Germany because almost my about movie, about culture, about the beautiful place, about the football, about the attitude in cooking. Yeah, it's better actually for Germany.
Okay, thank you very much for this insight. Yeah, who else would share his impressions about Germany? Mrs. Thi Nguyen, I think you would like to share some.
Yeah, actually, in my mind, when I think about German, I think they are rich. You are rich in developed country. So I will wonder how the rich people enjoy life. Yes, how they balance the work in daily life. And another thing is related to my work is in developed countries. How do you reserve the handicrafts products? How people think about handicraft products and how they use or how that products popular in the life. So that is I'm thinking about German.
Okay. Can you give me again an example as a kind of handicrafts you are producing? What is it?
Like lighting lampshade, furniture, baskets. Yeah, because when we see the movie, we see that many lovely women bring big baskets going out like that way. So I don't know how it's popular and how people love that, or it only in movie. Yes.
Yeah, I think it depends really on the group. Of course, some like it very much, and it's a style. There are different living styles of living in Germany, and it depends. Yeah, I think it's important to find the group you need, and there is a group. Yeah, good.
Thank you.
Thank you. One more example. Think about Germany, or what struck you most when you visited Germany the first time? One more. No one? Yeah. Haman Tan, please. Hello, I can't hear you. Maybe you are muted.
Sorry, I can't hear the question.
Your impression about Germans in Germany.
Yes. I think I like and I know about the German when I see the football. So I'm very impressed with the principle of the German.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think I will learn about this start to help us and help my company have the how to control the how to control the labor in my factory and how to work with our client. with a bad rules.
Okay, good. Thank you. Good. It's very funny because very often people when I'm abroad, they ask me about the football team and I have really no idea. I'm not interested in football at all. And so it's always awful. Good. Scientists develop out of statements people made about Germans, the so-called cultural standards. And of course, not only for Germans, but also for France, for Vietnamese, for Chinese, for Japanese, for Brazilians. And the so-called cultural standards, they are a useful tool. What they are about, cultural standards are all kinds of perceptions and ways of thinking, which are accepted by the majority, never by all people, by the majority of a particular culture. And most members of this culture see these cultural standards as normal and binding for themselves and others. But again, the majority, never all of them. And as more you are experienced, the more you are experienced, for example, in contact with other countries, the more you will see your own cultural standards and maybe will accept other cultural standards for yourself as an individual. Normally, people who are not so experienced, they judge and regulate behavior of other people according to these standards. Because our standards, we are used to them and we think they are natural. Normally we think everybody, all persons in the world have the same cultural standards as we have. But that is the point where there is or maybe confusion in contact with other people when we meet people with other cultural standards than our own. And before we have a break, I will show you the German cultural standards. What is said about Germans? We are factual orientated, so the subject, the project is important. What does it mean? It means if I'm doing a project with you, then I would like to start as soon as possible with my project. I'm not very much interested in having a tea or having a beer. Maybe I will have a tea or a beer with you after we have finished the project, after we have finished it successfully. That is very important. So first the project and then the socializing. Of course, there is a bit of socializing before we start having the project, but it's really not very long. No small talk, or at least just some sentences. When I want to work with you, I would like to have facts about your company, facts about your product. That is important. When people say Germans love rules, regulations and structures. Often people who are the first time in Germany, who come to Germany, they love to take pictures of our signs, as you see on the right side on this picture. Everything is forbidden. Don't leave your bicycle here, be careful, don't pass, it's forbidden, everything. And many Germans follow the rules without reflecting them. There is a rule and I keep it. I tell you an example, a friend of mine, she's from Egypt. And there's a big library here in Munich, and with a big sign, don't go in with your bag or with your jacket. She always goes in with her jacket and is always sent back. And this I hate it because she's wasting time and she can't read. But it's my problem. It's my problem as a German. her, really. So I see Mr. Nand Wang are laughing. You know it. Okay. Then the next point is time planning and time management. We stick to our time plans, scheduling. We want to be in time. Why do you think it is so important for Germans? When do you think does it start? When was the beginning? Why are we so time driven? What do you think? Because it must have a reason. Every cultural standard, no matter for what nationality, there is a reason behind it. What do you think? When did we start to be so time driven? Some centuries ago, with the beginning of the industrialization, when the people had to be in time at the workplace. And all over the world, we have a lot of countries where industrialization just starts. It begins. And so the time management is not as strong as it is in Germany. Then, what people notice who are in Germany, who come to Germany, that there is a separation of private life and business life. Yeah, Mrs. Duamati, what do you think? You're nodding. You have some theory with this separation?
I think the separation, the private life, business or private life for Germany is important. So I have experienced at that time. My friend, she married to Germany. So when I met him in Vietnam, I asked him because I like in Vietnam, we don't know we may not know how long you will be in Vietnam, and when we left, how many days you in your wedding, and you may take your wife to honeymoon. Like that is common in Vietnam. But this means from the private life different with Germany and Vietnam. It's not easy to share that information because of like that. I think the private life and the business is something different, but not the culture. Yeah.
Yeah. We have different topics for small talk in Vietnam and Germany. What is allowed in Vietnam is very unusual for Germans and other side around. Yeah. And so it's really often at the workplace you do not tell too much about private life. And a lot of Germans, when they go home, they do not meet even with colleagues, but with another friend or friends. And the colleague has not to be your friend. It is quite separated. It can be. There are teams where all are friends, but that is not always the case. I will even say it's the case. Normally you go home with your family or with another group of friends or people. Then Germans are feared around the world because of this direct communication. So yes, and no. We do not have much between this. And that's what we like to have other guys. Tell me what you mean. And I like to get to know, because then I know how I can handle it. A really bad thing, I mean, you know, some people, some cultures say perhaps and mean no. As a German, I hear perhaps. I do not hear no. But there are examples for this. And what was a German cultural standard is individualism. It's not egocentric. It is the individual is in the middle of the life, the own life, also the family life. That means you focus on your own. It's your life. You will choose what you will study. You will choose your clothes. You will choose as a child when you leave your parents. Even if your parents are old, you can go, for example, to China or whatever. You as an individual are very important. And we are educated in this style. So what do you think? Which of these points maybe is similar to the Vietnamese culture? Give me points just and give me points which are different. What do you think? Where do we have the difference?
The direct communication is very different between Germany and Vietnam. Sometimes we maybe get along say clearly. Sometimes we say we want to we get that we know, but we will say around something. Cannot say that no. I think that is in French because of the different culture. Because Vietnam sometimes you cannot maybe we will hurting we will something that we not very feel or say yes or no. I think that is a special point for me.
And on the other side, Germans feel hurt if you don't say loud clearly no, because you don't know how to handle perhaps or maybe next week. You don't know how to handle it. And these cultural standards are reflected in our words. For example, there is one Dienst und Schnaps. That means work and Schnaps, so leisure time. Schnaps, alcoholic liquor. When we work and when we drink. But we don't stop. Then every child hears it again and again, almost time. There must be order. Keep order. Clean your room. Keep order. Clean whatever. Keep order. It's very important. And we don't think about it because we are raised with this saying, with this whatever. The next one, erst die Arbeit, dann das Spiel. It's like this sentence. First work, then leisure. Maybe children come home from school. I want to play with my neighbor. No. First work, first homework, then leisure. And many people keep it up until they are very old. The next sentence, every 5 years, and every person or nearly every person in Germany believes without experience in other countries in the Betriebswirtschaft. That means talk as short as possible. The good taste lies in brevity. No small talk, come to the point. Many Germans love this. And another important, well-known proverb, morgen und heute Mond, that means early morning has gold in its mouth. Best business is in the morning. So, it's the same like the early bird catches the worms. Very similar. And another one, every child knows, jeder everyone is flexible for one. So not like inshallah, God going to do it. No, you are responsible for your fate. You are responsible for your luck. Nobody else. Okay. Here I would like to have a break. 15 minutes. Should we now 10 o'clock? So quarter past 10 we meet again. In Vietnam it's now what time you have? 4 o'clock? No. Or like is it 3 o'clock? 4 o'clock. So quarter past 4 we meet again. Okay? Good. See you.